Hey everybody, Kelsey here. Welcome to week 13 of my fourth pregnancy. This video is a couple days late. I will explain why as I go through my notes on my phone. Let's just say week 13 has been by far the worst week I have had so far. First of all, welcome to the second trimester. I'm finally there. Finally out of the first, into the second, on our way to the third. It's crazy. It seems like it's going by quick, but at the same time, I feel like I should be a lot further along. Technically, today I am 14 weeks, 2 days along, but this video is for my 13 week. So yeah, so second trimester, holy cow, crazy. Okay, so I bought a fetal heart Doppler on Amazon, and it was, I think, $70. And I bought one. I've never had one before, but I wanted to get one with this pregnancy because, excuse me, in the past, I always freak out that there's something wrong. Especially in the beginning where you're not feeling the baby move, you don't know if everything's okay or what, but so I bought one, figured if this is our last baby, we can sell it afterwards and we're not really out a whole lot, but it definitely gives you a peace of mind about baby, and that way you're not waiting for the doctor, you know, for your appointments every 4 weeks to hear that heartbeat. So I got it a couple weeks ago when I was in my 12th week. It was right before I turned 13 weeks. And the day I got it, I ran into the bedroom and laid down and started trying to find the heartbeat. Found it within 5 minutes, and it was the first time I got to hear the heartbeat. Like, it was so awesome to hear that heartbeat, because I hadn't been able to hear it at my appointments yet. I was only able to see it on the ultrasound because it was still too early to hear it on a Doppler. And so hearing it was just beyond crazy. The heartbeat was at that time in the 160s, which is crazy. My boys, I remember their heartbeats always being lower, like around anywhere, you know, like between 130 and 150, but usually mostly stayed around the 140s with all three of them. And this one has been over 160 every time I've heard it. Even on the ultrasound, it still showed 160. Actually, when on the ultrasound, it showed 178. But it is so crazy that that this baby's heart rate is so high. This pregnancy has been so far like different from my 3 boys. So I've got my fingers crossed that this one is a girl. Usually with my pregnancies, you know, I don't know, this one's just been so opposite. Usually I am super sick with my boys. My hair and my skin always looks so perfect. My hair never breaks or anything when I was pregnant with my boys. Usually that's how I know I am pregnant, is because my hair doesn't break or fall out. And so far with this one, it's been breaking and falling out like crazy. My skin is super dry. I am like flaky everywhere. And so I don't know, maybe that means a girl, and we can hope anyway, right? This baby is so stubborn to get to hear the heartbeat. I mean, it takes me a good 10 minutes usually to find the heartbeat, and the second I find it, the baby's like, nope, sorry mom, you don't get to listen. I always find it super down low and to the left, like so down low, it's like by my hairline. And I'll find the baby tucked down in there, and I'll find it and I'll be tweaking the Doppler on my stomach, and then I'll hear it for a couple seconds, or enough to get a reading. Sorry, my husband. Enough to get a reading, and then they move. And then I cannot find them for the life of me. I will move the Doppler everywhere, and I can't find it. Just can't. Yeah, so it's very stubborn to find and keep on the Doppler. But it's so awesome when I can hear it. But yeah, I mean, I can sit and tweak that Doppler all over my stomach and nothing until I try a few hours later. Then the baby's right back where it always is, and then it moves again. So this baby is stubborn. Stubborn. Monday, when I was 13 weeks, 4 days, I woke up super sick. I woke up with a horrible runny nose and like stuffy head, and I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't keep, excuse me, I just ate and I'm like burpy now. I couldn't keep anything to eat or drink down all day. Nothing, and I mean nothing, would stay down. I was throwing up everything out of my nose, and oh, it was like the worst throw up day I've had this pregnancy. First trimester throwing up was nothing compared to this. So I mean, I pretty much stayed in bed all day. Tuesday came rolling around, and I woke up sick again, or still sick, but I was actually able to like keep food and drink down for the most part. I'd throw up every now and then depending on what I ate, but mostly I just kept water and like Gatorade down. So that sucked. I was having some cramps that day, but I figure, you know, I'm sick, I'm gonna be uncomfortable. Anyway, then Wednesday comes, and I get up in the morning and I use the bathroom as normal, and I get done and I go sit down on the couch with my kids, and bam, I get the sharp pain, just shoots down my urethra. Like, it hurt so bad, and it did not go away. It was just a constant shooting pain. And so I called my doctor's office. My doctor is not in the office on Wednesdays. So I talked to the nurse that comes in on Wednesdays to do some of his paperwork and stuff, and talked to her, and she's like, well, I can get you an appointment with one of the other doctors that are here, or you can wait and I can get you in first thing tomorrow morning. So I chose to wait till Thursday morning because I've had some interesting experiences with some of the other doctors when I've been in the hospital and my doctor's not on call. And if I can help it, I don't want to see them. And so I chose to wait until Thursday morning. So Wednesday I pretty much just stayed in bed all day. That pain was so bad. I mean, it would hit my lower left back horrible. And I could feel it just shooting these pains around to my front and down my urethra. It didn't burn when I went to the bathroom, but afterwards, after I'd go, the pain would just intensify immensely. Like, it was horrible. So I was in pain all day Wednesday. Tried Tylenol. Tylenol did not even come close to touching the pain or helping at all. So I pretty much roughed it out until Thursday morning. So couldn't sleep Wednesday night. The pain was so bad I was hardly sleeping. Thursday morning rolls around. I take a shower. The heat from the shower kind of helped, but the second I got out, it was like that pain just hit me again. I mean, the pain was so bad Thursday that, I mean, I was bawling. The pain was so bad. I could not stop crying. And so I go into my doctor's office on Thursday morning, and they do a urine test, and excuse me, they do a urine test and it comes out saying that I have a bladder infection, which I thought, yes, I have a bladder infection, a UTI, but the pain was so bad, I felt like it was something other than a bladder infection. I knew I had the bladder infection. I am prone to bladder infections really bad when I'm pregnant, and even when I'm not, I still get them all the time. Like, it's just happened my whole life. I've always had bladder infections. And so I know what bladder infections feel like. Like, without a doubt in my mind, I know when I have a bladder infection. But this was no bladder infection. This was, pain was a 10 on the pain scale. So I go into the doctor's. He says I have a bladder infection. He didn't think the other pain was anything besides pain from the bladder infection. As I got home though, he prescribed me the antibiotic, so I went and picked that up, took one of those, and then I got home, laid down, and the pain was still there. I can't even describe this pain to you. Just except for feeling like there was just a knife dragging on the inside of my kidney down through my urethra. Just a knife just scraping all along. I took some Tylenol PM to see if it would knock me out or help me sleep through some of the pain. And I was able to sleep for a couple hours, and woke up, the pain was still there. Like, nothing was helping this pain. So I called my doctor back, asking him if there's anything else I can try besides Tylenol for this pain. They say no, it's most likely just the bladder infection, just a horrible bladder infection. Give it a few days and we'll see where you're at. So Thursday night, still just in tons of pain, and took another Tylenol PM. Finally got to sleep. Woke up around 3:20 in the morning, and my husband gets home around 3:30 in the morning from work. And so I woke up right before he got home, went to the bathroom, and just started bawling again from the pain. And he comes in and sees me, and he's just like, do you want to go to the hospital? What do you want to do? So I call the on-call doctor that was on call for that night, and asked him, do you think it could be something other than a bladder infection? And, could it be turning into a kidney infection? What? And he's like, well, if you feel like you have to go to the hospital, then go, don't wait if you feel like you need to go. And so I ended up having my husband take me, and we get there at like 4 in the morning, and there was no wait, thankfully. We got right back into a room. Sorry, my bed is squeaky. We got right back into a room. Gave a urine sample, and the people who do the IV comes in and starts to try to give me an IV. Well, I don't know. I've always had horrible veins. Always. It's very hard to find my veins. It's always been that way. I usually get poked 3 or 4 times trying to get a vein to either have blood taken or have an IV put in. I mean, it's just how my body is. My veins are very deep and they're very thin. And so it's very, very hard to get one. So after an hour and 3 different nurses and 8 pokes later, they finally get an IV. I mean, it was ridiculous. 8 tries to get a goddamn IV in me. First they tried, like here and here, so that's 2. Next they go for the hand twice, here and here, and you can see how it's pretty bruised. Second, they go there and there, and you can see how bruised that hand is. And they're like, okay, well, let's look at your feet. I'm like, oh, that's a first for me. I've never had to have an IV in my feet before. But I have bad veins in my feet, I guess, because I still couldn't find one in my feet. So finally, they go to the wrist, right there. Just couldn't get it there, of course. Finally, they go to the other wrist, like right there. And it's pretty swollen too. And they finally get it in this one. I'm just like, the whole time, between the pain I was having in my back and then the pain from the IVs, I was just exhausted. Like, it was ridiculous. You know, I didn't know if they were gonna get one in, but they get it in. They start the IV. They give me some Zofran in the IV because I was very, very nauseous, on the verge of puking. And then we wait. They take the urine sample and we wait. And you know, it's a hospital. It takes a while to get your results back. And during this time, I started like almost screaming from the pain. It hurt so bad. So the doctor comes in, asks me, you know, what I need. I said, I need something for pain. I need it. Like, I need it. And so he gives me a dose of morphine, and that didn't help. All it did was make me extremely lightheaded. Didn't touch the pain, nothing. He gave me a small dose of some other kind of pain medicine. I don't remember what it is. And that finally knocked it, not out, but it took away some of it, where I could actually kind of lay back and close my eyes. By that time, they came in. He said the blood results are perfect. The urine test shows a bladder infection, but not a horrible bladder infection, like just the start of one. So he thought the pain I was having was a kidney stone, in which in my mind was what I thought it was from the beginning, because I've had them before in pregnancy. I know what that pain feels like, and that pain is unlike anything else. And so that's what he thought. So he sent me home with a prescription for some pain meds to get me through the next couple days. And he said, if it's not gone, or if you're having that pain by Monday, then to call your doctor or come back in, and that's when we'll do a CAT scan to see if it's a kidney stone that's blocking and can't get out. So last night, after I got my prescription, excuse me, after I got my prescription, I took one of the pain pills, fell asleep for a little bit, and then later that night, right before bed, I took another one. Those were the only 2 pain pills I had. Woke up today feeling better. Like, I still feel pain, but it's definitely not where I can't focus on anything. I can actually be up. But when I get moving, that's when the pain intensifies. So I've been trying to just kind of sit back and relax, but I'm at least not flat down in bed. Haven't had to have a pain pill today. Nothing today. Nothing for pain. Not even Tylenol, nothing. So thank goodness. It's kind of going away. So either it was a kidney stone and it is passing, or it was just a very intense bladder infection that wasn't showing enough on a urine test. I don't know. And the antibiotics are finally kicking that out. Combination of both. I don't know. But I'm feeling better. So 13 weeks was quite the week for me. Yeah. Crazy. I am just done. Like, I'm done. This pregnancy just needs to go by, get done, and give me my baby, because I'm done. So I think that was everything on my list. Oh, and for weight loss, the first few weeks of pregnancy, I gained 6 pounds from my pre-pregnancy weight. I have now lost all those plus some. So from the highest point I was at, weight-wise, I am now minus 14 pounds from that. So I am 6-7 pounds below my pre-pregnancy weight, but my belly's still just going. My belly has gotten huge, especially for 14 weeks. Like my before picture, you know, I'm not skinny. I've always had a belly, but now it's like poked out. So yes. Anyway, so I think that's it, and I will get this video edited and put my 14-week picture in there, and probably like my before picture to my 14-week picture, so that way you can see what I'm talking about. So anyway, I think that's it for 13 weeks. Fingers crossed 14 weeks is better. Yeah, so I guess that's it, and if you have any questions, let me know. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks, guys.